Hello, this is the 4th of September 2016 and this is our last video of Brummies in Derbyshire. I'd just like to show you our garden that's completed. These are the troughs and we've had a number of different items in here. At the moment I've got some lettuces. So you've got lettuces in the top of there. I've got a couple of marigolds in there because that stops green fly. Here's my herb corner that I showed you before. Lost my coriander to slugs, but you can see that all the herbs are going absolutely bonkers, so I'm going to have to do a bit of chopping. Here by the shed, if you remember, I grew some what I call mangy touts, well, which were mange too. We've had a couple of crops off that. Now I've got some beetroot in there and some green tomatoes. Hopefully they'll ripe. We've had a few ripe ones off there, and a hanging basket with strawberries in, which we've done well with. Okay, I'll slowly turn round. If you remember, this bed here was what I call my acid bed, which has got a rhododendron, camellia and a few azaleas in it. Just a footnote, we put some white gravel on, bearing in mind it was alkaline and I told you had to wash it before you put it on. Something we didn't realise, but if you put equestrian iron on, which is a fertiliser, rhododendron fertiliser, if you can see a little bit at the back, it actually turns your gravel yellow. So we had an open gardens a couple of weeks ago and we had to re-gravel that section. So bear in mind, if you've got white gravel, it might be an idea to put a tube down the side and feed your plants that way, so you're not actually spreading it all over the place. Remember we had the pond. The pond is still here, but in addition you can see Steve built a little bridge which you can actually walk over, and the grandson loves it. Alright, we've got another addition. We've got a heron, which you have in a Japanese garden. We've also got duckweed, which isn't something you want in a pond, if you have a closer look, but you just have to keep scooping it out. The water lily has flowered absolutely beautifully all summer, and also again I've got a standard rose that is absolutely gorgeous. That's flowered and flowered and flowered. So that's that section. Remember, this was the path. This was what I called my river with the stepping stones. That was finished before, if you recall. But this time that corner looks absolutely fabulous. We've got some new additions. We've got an acer at the back. We've got that conifer that I told you about. We just bought another little acer over there. We've got the Tuvalu rock, which the trees, as you can see, are growing in it beautifully. An added addition, we've got a tortoise, because you have a tortoise in a Japanese garden. We kept the step ladders because we like them, and I just put a few pots on. You have to watch the wind. Behind this fence we've got bamboo growing, if you can see, and that will be a bit of a screen because we've got a road down there, so we're going to, and a bit of an area that's a mess, so we're going to have a bamboo hedge there. Steve built a new bird house because the other one fell apart. Here is my domed buxus, if you remember, where I was having a go at growing that myself. There's my chicken that needs another trim. And these roses, if you remember, these roses are again absolutely beautiful. Everything's growing tremendously well up the garden. And there's my lilac tree, and we've got the honeysuckle have grown beautiful. I'll get a bit closer in a moment. I've also, well, I did put in a clematis, but it looks just spotted down there. It looks like it's gone brown, so that looks like it's had it. I might have to change that. Come round here. Look, honeysuckle amongst the trees beautiful. It doesn't harm the tree at all. It just gives it a bit of an added interest this time of year when there's not a lot, and also it's got berries coming on it as well, so that's brilliant. So we've got some red berries coming on as well. There is my pyramid buxus, and the plants have grown really well. We've got grasses, we've got the broom at the back, potentilla. My Pyrus has done really well, considering I thought it wouldn't grow because we need acid soil, so that's doing rather well. That's beautiful, Sweet Williams, and my fern corner is also doing rather well. Hebes. Then we got my cherry. My cherry has grown beautiful. You see that there? My herbaceous corner here, well, I've changed it a few times because it's getting the right plants at the right time of year to flower, and as we had open gardens a couple of weeks ago, I wanted it to look its best, so I bought a tiger lily, bought various plants to make it look a bit more flowery. Do you remember the magnolia that we bought called Susan, that I said if it didn't grow it would go back? Well, it went back because it went back into its dormant stage, so the garden centre said. So we bought, well, we exchanged it for another one, and as you see it's gone absolutely bonkers and it's beautiful, so that's nice. My casserole plant is growing well. I bought a new lilac, a blue one there, strawberries, and my mum's rose has gone absolutely tremendous. If you can see, we've painted it all red because it wasn't red before, and it's grown lovely and it keeps flowering and flowering and flowering. And this jasmine that I thought was a jasmine isn't a jasmine, it's a solarium, part of the potato family, and again that has flowered all summer, on and off, on and off. Then we've got our blue moon rose that is stunning. It smells beautiful. It's actually not blue, it's purple. And also got black-eyed Susan, which is a lovely little yellow plant. Shame it's not a perennial, it'll only grow for a year, but it's quite pretty. My clematis has finished now, that was nice. And also I bought a Bougainvillea. Let's see if I can find where the label is. Oh, there we are, Bougainvillea. Well, it's what you would find when you go abroad. It's a beautiful red flower that grows up buildings. Now, this is a bit of a dodgy do here, whether it will last the winter. I've bought some fleece to go over it because it will grow in hot climates. Well, we are south facing, so we do get a lot of warm sun. Looks like the clematis is flowering again as well. So that's done really well. My fig tree, look at my fig tree, got some cracking figs on it, and we've got the grapevine which hasn't actually grown. Got a mirror. Oh, we don't want to see me in the picture, but we've got a mirror, which is a nice feature, which gives it a bit more thing. And if you see, my swing's been fixed. Steve actually put some wood on. I've got cushions to go on there, so it's not too bad. And I've got a cover over the top to shade it from the sun, but it was a bit windy a few days ago, so we took it off because it blew over. So I will slowly go around the garden, and you can actually see what it